Namaste. Before following any advice or practices suggested in this video, it is always recommended that you consult with your doctor as to its suitability, especially if you suffer from any health problems or special conditions. Yamajit, John Hollinsby Mayer, and Tridevi Chamunda Mandir cannot accept any responsibility for any injuries or damages incurred as a result of the exercises and meditations contained in this video. Namaste and welcome. Please feel free to say hello on the chat function on the bottom right of your screen. Welcome to our Tuesday satsang at Tridevi Chamunda Mandir in Denver, Colorado. I'm Yamajit, and tonight I'm going to be sharing the Chapter 6 practices from my upcoming book, Kali Meditation, Book 3. And so this is going to involve some simple yogic movement, and then we'll be doing a chakra meditation at the end. We'll also conclude with a short Kali Puja as well. So I invite you, if you haven't already, to roll out your yoga mat, or if you have a comfortable rug. Other props you might want might be a small cushion or cushions. Blankets can be molded and folded into any shape you desire as well. And a chair may be helpful as well. I'd like to start with some announcements. So this coming Friday will be our monthly Yoga Nidra meditation, Sleep of the Yogis. This is a very deep, guided meditation where a lot of natural healing can take place. You're welcome to join me here at the temple at 7 o'clock on Friday. And we'll be using our comfortable outdoor temple location. Will be nicely socially distanced. And if you otherwise don't feel like traveling to the temple, you can always watch the live broadcast that night. Everything will start promptly at 7 p.m. And then, of course, every Tuesday, we have our satsangs. These are live broadcasts, 7 p.m. Denver time. So hopefully you've got your props assembled. I'm going to begin by reading the opening passages from my book. So this is the 6th chapter, the section called Movement, Asana, and Pranayama Practices in Preparation for Tantric Meditation. If asked what yoga practice would be most useful for the sadhanas in this book, my immediate answer would be whatever regular practice you're already doing. The following series is provided for those readers who currently are not engaged in a regular yoga practice. This series is designed for persons of all body types and abilities. It can also be adapted if needed for the use of props such as yoga mats, cushions, folded blankets, and even sitting in a chair. These practices are designed to help release physical tensions, blocked energies, prana, to aid in the physical and mental relaxation, for opening the breath, to aid in the ability to sit in a meditative posture for prolonged periods of time, approximately 20 minutes, with a straight spine, and for facilitating awareness of the body's energy centers. Any part of this practice, especially the pranayama, that is the breath exercises, can also be incorporated into an existing yoga or meditation practice. Please feel free to experiment with these practices. The focus of this sequence is physical, energetic, and mental preparation for meditation. And so we begin our practice by finding a comfortable seated position. So if you're seated on the floor, find a comfortable cross-legged position. You may want to have a cushion under your hips to slightly tilt the pelvis. Most of us watching tonight are Westerners. We grew up sitting in chairs, so having that little extra support in the back can be helpful. If your knees don't quite come to the floor in a seated position, you can use folded blankets or cushions under the knees. And if you're using a chair, you should be able to have your feet flat on the floor, your hands in your lap. If your feet don't quite reach the floor, you can always use folded blankets under your feet, or cushions under your feet, or you can use folded blankets or cushions under your seat if your knees are kind of up in the air, and in order to make for a straighter posture. So there's all sorts of choices in this practice. But to begin, we're going to start, as always, with the breath. So find that comfortable seated position, whatever that is, whatever your body is telling you it is. Let your back be straight, your shoulders relaxed, and you're welcome to close your eyes. And so we begin our practice with yogic breathing. Long, slow, deep breath, completely filling and emptying the lungs. As we inhale, expanding the belly, then the chest and the shoulders, slight pause. And then as we exhale, bringing in the chest, bringing in the shoulders, and finally bringing the belly toward the spine. So inhaling, belly, chest, and exhaling, chest to belly. This is a good time to let go of the cares of the day. Just let them go as with each exhalation. Breathing in a heightened sense of relaxation. And if you notice any areas of tension, you can focus your breath on those areas. Breathing out the tensions with the exhalation. And breathing in healing, relaxing energy as you inhale. And then, as an added feature, to bringing our minds away from past and future into the present, let's begin by tuning in using the syllable Om. So slowly bringing your hands to heart center. Inhale. Om. Inhale and exhale. Slowly open your eyes. Bring your hands back to your knees. Breathe normally. And just feel the effects of that simple practice of breathing. This slow, smooth process is the basis of all yogic movements. It's very relaxing and helps relieve insomnia, anxiety, stress, and frustrating situations. Full yogic breathing calms the mind and relaxes the muscles. This breath is the basis for all asana yoga, with inhalation accompanying the expansive movements and exhalation with contraction. So our next exercise is a hip opener, Baddha Konasana, also known as butterfly, sometimes also called bound angle pose. And there's choices depending on what your body is telling you this evening. So if you're sitting in the chair, you can separate the knees and inhale with a straight back and exhale, hinging at the hips, bringing the hands to the floor, breathing deeply, and just coming deeper into the pose as body and breath allow. The mat version, we bring the soles of our feet together. In cobbler's pose, the soles of the feet turned slightly upwards. Again, you may want to have blankets or cushions under your knees or some support under the hips. Again, listen to your body. Something I do want to say about butterfly pose is it may aggravate sciatica if you're prone to that. So please use caution in trying this pose. Also, take care if you suffer from lower back problems or injuries. You're going to bend forward only as far as one is comfortable without straining. And if pain develops, just simply back off from the pose. Pulsable alternative to the pose would be sitting forward fold, Paschimottanasana, straightening both legs and either sliding the hands forward on the floor, or if you're flexible enough, grabbing toes. But for butterfly, inhale, straight back, and exhale, sliding the hands forward, keeping the trunk straight, hinging at the hips. Finding that comfortable place in which to stop. Maybe finding that comfortable edge. Breathing deeply. And with the exhalations, if it feels like you want to come deeper into the pose, you can do that. If it's comfortable, you can grab the toes in a very traditional fashion. Also, if things get comfortable, you can move the feet further away. But just breathing deeply. Listening to body and breath. You can round at the shoulders a little bit. Continuing to breathe. And if you're really flexible, you might even be able to rest the top of the head on the feet. That is not necessary, though. And then inhale, pressing back up, taking a couple of breaths, resting in cobbler's pose, just feeling the effects of the practice. So the benefits to butterfly pose include opening of the hips, relieving tension in the hip region. This pose is helpful for headaches. It releases tension in the shoulders and is an excellent prenatal pose. Butterfly pose strengthens and balances both the male and female reproductive systems as well. So we're going to begin our first pranayama practice. Let's come back to simple sitting. Again, whatever simple sitting is for you. We're going to do nadi shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. So finding that comfortable seated position with a straight back. Relax the left palm of your hand comfortably in your lap and raise your right hand just in front of your face, placing your peace fingers right in the center of the forehead. Generally, this exercise is done with the eyes closed, or they can be with a relaxed gaze. If closed, they can be turned slightly upwards toward the third eye. And we're going to use the ring finger and thumb to block the nostrils. So to begin with, using the thumb, rest it against the right side of the nose to close off the right side, and then a deep inhale. And then use the ring finger to close off the left, and exhale and inhale through the right. Then switch sides, exhale and inhale. And go back and forth. same yogic breath we began with. One more breath through the right side. And block the right and a final exhalation through the left. And then relax the right hand back onto your knee. And just take some breaths. And just feel the effects again of this wonderfully relaxing and powerful breathing practice. And slowly open your eyes. The benefits of Nadi Shodhana include improving our ability to focus the mind, supports our lungs and respiratory functions, restores balance in the left and right hemispheres of the brain, and clears the energetic channels, the solar and lunar channel, or Pingala and Ida channels. Really helps to balance both polarities of your being. Rejuvenates the nervous system, can remove toxins, and it reduces stress. So now to warm up the spine even further, we're going to do several rounds of the cat-cow spinal flex. And again, there's different variations to this. So if you're seated on the ground or in the chair, you can simply place your hands on your knees and inhale, lean forward, chin and the chest forward, and exhale. Collapse the chest, bring the chin to the chest, and simply doing this motion, moving the spine back and forth. Or you can come to your hands and knees, with the knees stacked directly under the hips, backs of the feet against the mat. Your hands are stacked under the shoulders, slight bend to the elbows, not locking the elbows. And inhale, bringing the head up. And exhale, flexing the spine. Slow, flowing movements. Letting your spine move like waves on an ocean. more. And just relax for a moment in tabletop. And then returning again to simple sitting. And just take a couple of breaths, and again, feel the effects of the practice thus far. So the benefits of cat-cow include that it warms the body and brings flexibility to the spine, stretches the back of the torso and neck, softly stimulates and strengthens the abdominal organs, opens the chest, encourages the breath to become slow and deep. It stimulates the kidneys and the adrenal glands, relieves stress, and calms the mind, brings the spine into correct alignment, and can also help to prevent back pain. So we're going to do another pranayama, breath exercise. This is Bhastrika pranayama, also known as bellows breath. So this is going to involve tightening the abdomen to bring the air out of the lungs, and then relaxing the abdomen to reinflate the lungs. Think of your abdomen as being like the bulb on an eyedropper. So when it contracts, the breath leaves. When it relaxes, the breath is drawn in. It's not recommended to practice Bhastrika if you're pregnant or if you have uncontrolled high blood pressure. You should also stop and slow down if you feel dizzy or you start to feel anxious. Sometimes for persons with panic disorders, this practice can aggravate that. So if you don't feel safe doing this pranayama, then while we practice this, I'd advise you to just sit comfortably and just continue some long, slow, deep breathing. So we'll do about 30 rounds. So sitting up tall, relaxing, eyes can be closed. And then take a deep clearing breath. Just relax, again, feel the effects. You'll probably notice an energized feeling, which will help very nicely in our next practice. But the benefits of Bhastrika include that it cleanses the lungs and the respiratory system, strengthens and tones the diaphragm and abdominal muscles, releases toxins, increases oxygen in the cells, and actually makes the pH of the blood slightly more acidic because you're removing that much more carbon dioxide from the lungs. So purifies the blood by reducing carbon dioxide. It improves digestion, energizes and clears the mind, helps in the focus of attention, and this is a very warming practice. It warms the body. So the exercises we did are really a preparation for what is the main exercise, and that's the same yoga we did last week, Tandava, which is the dance of Shiva. This is a slow, free-form yogic movement. Sometimes it's called Tandava dance. It's really designed to move the body, open the breath, promote relaxation. All the joints and muscle groups are involved in this practice. Think of all the ways the spine can move in terms of forward and backward bendings, in terms of lateral folds, in terms of twisting. And you can practice this exercise sitting on the floor if you're not comfortable standing. Or as we did last week, you can start and do this process from a chair. Or you can do this from standing, which is what I'll do and guide you through tonight. So again, do this in whatever way is most comfortable for you. Also, for more information on Tandava, please watch last Tuesday's broadcast where I go into more details. So coming to standing, bring your feet about hip width apart, slight bend to the knees, lifting up all 10 toes, and then bringing them back down, starting with the little toes and ending with the big toe. That helps to restore the arch in the foot. Back up just a little bit to make sure I'm completely on camera. Roll the shoulders back to expand the chest. Palms forward. And so we begin with long, slow, deep yogic breath. Same breath we started with. And begin to notice how the body moves with that breath. Maybe a slight swaying forward and backward. And let the body join in that movement. Moving the spine forwards and backwards, rather similar to what we did in cat-cow. Finding different ways for the spine to move, maybe in circles, maybe little twists, gentle twists. Not exaggerating any movements, getting the knees involved, moving the pelvis, letting the hands move independently. Be similar to what you might have seen in somebody practicing Tai Chi, only this is completely free form. Just letting the body move as it will in a given moment. The movement and the deep breathing helps to steady the mind. Keeping the movements fluid and free. Getting the fingers involved, Flexing the toes if that feels right. But just letting go. So the dance begins to just easily dance itself. This is the dance of Shiva and Shakti. The dance of creation. The dance of the expanding universe. Feel your body moving with the movement of the planets and the galaxies, with the currents of air in the atmosphere, the branches of trees and the wind, the movements of animals, the movements of water in the oceans, rivers. Let the diaphragm be loose with the breath. Feel the ribs separating and coming together as we inhale and exhale. Loosen the jaw and the tongue and the shoulders and the neck and the throat and all these areas where we tend to hold tension. If you notice an area of tension, you can even place your hand there and just feed some healing energy. And while you're dancing this dance of the universe, begin to feel that same universe, not just outside, but inside as well. And after a while, when it feels right, let the movements become slower and gentler. And just slowly, still breathing, letting yourself return to a place of stillness. Standing again in mountain pose or seated, if you were doing this practice seated. Maybe still noticing some subtle movements with the breath. Just let those happen if they do. But just resting and just finding a place of stillness and silence. A place where your thoughts and life issues may still be there, but you're observing them in a detached manner from a distance, a nice safe distance. Maybe gaining a new perspective. In a lot of ways, this practice can be like setting a reset button. And then slowly opening your eyes and finding carefully a seated position. Either in the chair or upon the floor. Finding that comfortable, meditative, cross-legged position. And just remain in a calm place of stillness and silence as we prepare for our chakra meditation. So this can be done from a seated position, or if you'd like, you can lay on your back in Shavasana and close your eyes. Or if you're not comfortable with your eyes closed, they can just be slightly open, looking forward toward the floor at about a 45-degree angle. Very relaxed gaze. This meditation is designed to provide awareness of the chakras and is also a cleansing process for those energy centers. Slow, deep yogic breath will be done throughout. If you choose to use the mantras that I'll be sharing, these are to be repeated slowly while inhaling and exhaling. And an additional enhancement to the process will be to visualize the elemental tattva symbols of the first 5 chakras as I describe them. But find that deep yogic breath again. As you inhale, feel a cleansing energy flowing into your whole body. When exhaling, let anything disharmonious leave with the out-breath. And breathe in balance and harmony as you inhale. We'll do this deep breathing for each chakra. And I invite you to continue as we focus on each chakra to cleanse out disharmony with the out-breath and breathe in balance with the in-breath. So as we breathe and as we focus on these different energy centers, I invite you to allow yourself to be aware of anything that manifests during the exercise, any thoughts, memories, sensations, tensions, emotions, mental images. Just simply allow them to manifest, honor them, and let them pass. Just focus on them from a distance, again, in a detached manner. And again, if you notice any physical tensions in a particular area, you can focus your breath and attention on those regions. And just allow the breath to carry that tension away so that that area relaxes. And if there's any accompanying emotions or memories, just let them pass with the tension as well. So sitting comfortably, breathing long and slow, eyes closed or at least in a focused gaze. First, just take a moment, ground and center yourself. And I invite you to visualize your Shumna Nadi, the main energy channel from the root chakra through the crown. Just begin to visualize it as a silvery white tube connecting the base of the spine with the crown of the head. Now take a deep clearing breath and bring your awareness to the base of the spine and the area of the perineum. Women can also focus on the top of the cervix. But breathe into and focus your attention on this area. And I invite you to silently repeat the mantra LAM with each inhalation and exhalation. Inhaling LAM and exhaling LAM. And while breathing and focusing and repeating the mantra, you can also visualize the tattva symbol for the earth element. A heavy golden cube. Continue to use your breath to cleanse and heal this chakra center. Be aware of what manifests during that process. Feeling the area relaxing and becoming more balanced. And then take another deep and clearing breath. And bring your awareness now to the lower abdomen, the area right behind the pubic bone, the uterine or prostate region. Breathing deeply into this area. Breathing out disharmony. Breathing in balance. And with each inhalation and exhalation, I invite you to silently repeat the mantra VAM. Inhaling VAM. Exhaling VAM. And you can also visualize the silvery crescent moon reflected upon a dark ocean. This is the tattva symbol for the water element, Apis. Feel the area relaxing, becoming more balanced. And then taking another deep and clearing breath. And focusing your breath and your awareness now on the area between the navel and the solar plexus area. This is the location of the adrenals and the pancreas. Breathing into that area, breathing out the disharmony. Breathing in balance. And mentally repeating the mantra Ram, Ram. And visualizing a bright red, fiery, inverted triangle, the tattva for Agni, the fire element. Again, feeling the area becoming more balanced, more relaxed. And then taking another deep and clearing breath, bringing your attention and your breath now to the heart center. Just breathing in and out, focusing on the center of the chest. Breathing in balance, breathing out disharmony. And mentally repeating the mantra Yam as you inhale and exhale. And visualizing a smoky blue-gray six-pointed star. The tattva for Vayu, the air element. Feeling the arms and shoulders relaxing as well as you breathe in harmony and breathe out in balance. And then taking another deep and clearing breath, bringing your awareness now to the center of the throat, the seat of the thyroid and parathyroid glands. Breathing in harmony, breathing out in balance. Breathing in relaxation, breathing out tensions. Mentally repeating the mantra Ham. And visualizing a white sphere made up of little colored dots of every hue imaginable. Breathing deeply. Relaxing and healing. And then taking another deep and clearing breath and bringing your breath and awareness now to the third eye. Balancing and healing this area, relaxing in this area. breathing in and out, silently repeating the mantra Om. Om. Here you might see a golden, fiery circle or ring, or maybe even a dark blue inverted triangle as you focus on that area in the center of the forehead. And taking another deep and clearing breath, focusing now on the crown of the head. Just breathing out in this area, breathing in and out, relaxing, balancing, no mantra, just silence. And visualizing the crown of your head as a beautiful lotus flower of 1,000 petals. And see these petals of every color imaginable. And finally, taking one more deep and clearing breath. And bringing your awareness now back to the heart center. Breathing in and out of the heart center. Just feeling the effects of the overall practice. Becoming aware again of your surroundings. The sound of my voice and the bell. Whatever sounds might manifest in your room or just outside your room. Feeling the air on your skin, the sensation of your body sitting upon the floor or the chair. Letting your toes and your fingers move a little bit, your hands and your feet, arms and legs, maybe beginning to give a little stretch. Bringing the palms of your hands together at your heart center. Slowly opening your eyes. Giving gratitude to yourself for taking part in this practice tonight. And namaste. Hoping you're feeling nice and relaxed and balanced. And you can stay in this meditative posture, looking upon your screen and joining in tonight's puja. I invite you to sit quietly. And let yourself express an intention for this devotional rite. maybe for healing or guidance in your own lives or for somebody who's close to you, maybe your whole family. Maybe just for a more balanced and harmonious world. But asking Ma Kali to let those things that no longer work for us to pass away. So that new insights and new pathways and new ways of being can be revealed to us. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Om. Pavitra Pavitrova Sarvavastam Yutopiva Yashmare Pundarikaksham Sabhyabhyanta Sushi Vakrutunda Makaya Suryakoti Samabrahma Nirvignam Kurumadeva Sabakaryam Siddhe. Jai Ganesha. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshvara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah. Jai Guru. Om Trayambakam Yajamaye Sagandim Pushtivardhanam Orvarukam Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshya Mamritat. Om Namah Shivaya. Devi Prapanote Hare Prasida Prasida Matara Jagata Kilasya Prasida Bishte Svarape Vishvam Tvamishora Devi Chacharas Charasya Jima Devi. Om Jayanti Mangalakali Bhadrakali Kapalini Durga Shama Shivadatri Svasvada Namostute Jayatvam Devi Chamunde Jaya Bhutita Harani Jaya Sarvagati Devi Kavaratri Namostute. Jai Ma Kali. So we make our offerings. We'll chant the mantras to the chakras. Om Lam Bam Ramyam Ham Om Lam Bam Ramyam Ham Om Lam Bam Ramyam Ham Om Lam Vam Ramyam Ham Om. 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 Jai Ma Kali. I invite you to join us in our mantra this evening. Om Krim Kalake Namaha. 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 Om Krim Kalake Namah. Om Krim Kalake Namah. For healing, for guidance, for balance, for harmony in ourselves, in those closest to us, and for humanity. Jai Ma Kali. Jai Ma Kali. Jai Ma Kali. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tat Sat Om. Jai Ganesha. Jai Guru. Om Namah Shivaya. Jai Ma Devi. Jai Ma Kali. Jai Mata Di. Jai Mata Di. Jai Mata Di. And Namaste. So thank you again for joining me tonight. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at my channel. Look forward to seeing you either in person or online on Friday, 7 o'clock for Yoga Nidra meditation. Have a wonderful night and a few good days and some wonderful days ahead. Jai Ma, Namaste, and blessings always.